In this video, we'll compare Binance and Bybit, two of the leading crypto exchanges. We'll look at the trading systems and how they stack up together, trading fees, and also some other important information that you may need to decide which one is the best crypto exchange for you. And I'll leave timestamps for all of those different sections down in the description if you do want to skip ahead. We'll get to trading fees first, as this is the most important. Now, Bybit give a deposit bonus up to $4,000 in your futures trading account. So if you trade futures, you can get up to $4,000 if you deposit onto the platform. They're also giving zero commission spot trading across all their spot pairs right now. Now, this is probably a short-term offer, so that may not be the case when you're watching this video. In terms of Binance, they give up to $600 as a deposit and trading bonus. I think some of that is spot-based and some is futures-based. They're also giving zero commission trading on Bitcoin and ETH pairs right now, but again, that may change depending on when you're watching this video. I'll leave those deposit bonuses links down in the description, along with way more info about fees and the other things I discuss in this video. In terms of trading fees, what we can see here is that Binance is a little bit cheaper than Bybit, but I'm assuming here that you're using BNB to pay for the fees. So BNB coin used to be Binance coin, now it's BNB coin, but they still use this to take a 25% discount off of the trading fees on there. So if you go to the trading fees page on Binance, you want to just toggle this button on right here to pay your spot trading fees in BNB coin. That is going to give you that discount and take you from 0.1 down to 0.075 if you are paying trading fees, that is. Now you can see that that's actually the same on Bybit, but you don't get that discount. If you want a discount on Bybit from those trading fees, you either need to trade $1 million over the last 30 days or have more than $50,000 worth of crypto on the platform. It's up to you whether you are comfortable leaving anything like that on the platform or whether you want to take that into your wallet. That's obviously up to the individual. But if you do qualify for the second tier on Bybit, you actually do get cheaper fees than Binance right here. Binance really don't take much of their fees down unless you're trading larger amounts, as you can see here. So if you're just a normal customer who's not really having any trading fee discounts for your volume or anything like that, as you can see, if you're using BNB coin to pay, it's $75 for $100,000 traded, and on Bybit it would be $100, but that does change if you are using any discounts or if you're trading higher volumes. Now, something else to be wary of is the proof of reserves that both Bybit and Binance do. So a lot of crypto exchanges do this now. They actually show you their cold wallets where they're holding all of the assets that their clients have. So Binance, you can see right here, is holding around $54 billion worth of assets for clients. These are all of the cold wallets that they have public. And so they're showing that they hold these crypto assets for their clients. As you can see, Bybit right here does exactly the same thing, around 1.98 billion. So you can see the gulf in size between Bybit and Binance. Binance is definitely much larger as an exchange. They have the vast majority of crypto trading volumes in the industry. So they really are the number one in terms of size. But it's good to know that they both actually show you what they're holding on the blockchain, so you know that they actually have the assets that clients are sending in there. Binance is also cheaper for the most part when you want to withdraw cryptocurrency to your wallet. So they really don't jack up the charges that the blockchain is going to charge you. So if you want to withdraw Bitcoin from your Binance exchange, they're going to charge you around $3.50, which is more or less what the Bitcoin blockchain charges. So they're not kind of jacking up the price here. Bybit does a little bit. You have to pay $8.25 to withdraw. So Binance is certainly better here. You can see for Ethereum, it's a big difference as well, around $1.50 for Ethereum and $6 for Bybit. So Binance is definitely better here. They don't jack up the price. Now you can see if you're withdrawing USDT, again, Binance is much better because they don't jack up the price for withdrawing stable coins on the ETH network, whereas Bybit does. So very frustrating. Although both of these exchanges support sending US dollar tether over the Tron network for $1, which is pretty cheap, which is very good. But you obviously need the other exchange or wallet to support that, and you may not want to use TRX network if you're, taking it out to a wallet that you have. So important here as well is that Binance actually used the BNB chain to send certain assets around different exchanges. So what we can see here is that if you want to withdraw across the BNB chain, you can do that to another exchange and you get way lower fees. So for example, if you have a Binance account and a crypto.com account, you want to put some of your assets over to crypto.com, they may accept BEP20 tokens. And that means you can send the value of your Bitcoin over the BNB chain using BEP20, and you pay a much lower fee, only 8 cents. Now, the other exchange has to accept that network as well. Some do and some don't, but it's just another option where you can actually send assets across the network. You don't have to hold the asset on the network. You can just send it to another exchange for a little bit cheaper. Binance give you that option. Bybit, for the most part, do not. Both the exchanges do support fiat currency on and off ramps, but there are many differences with each currency. So you're going to have to check individually for the currency that you want to use the most. I'm going to stick to kind of dollars and euros here just to make it simple. It's 1.8% in and out if you're using a card on Binance. So that is expensive and it does rack up, but it's the same for most exchanges. Bybit is actually a little bit more expensive across the board for credit cards and cards on and off. Bank transfers, both of them support for dollars. You'll have to look for euros as well. SEPA will be supported there, SWIFT for dollars across the world. Now, if you're making a transfer into them, they won't charge you for that for the most part, and it does depend on the currency as well. If you're withdrawing, you might have to pay $10 or $15 as a wire fee or a SWIFT fee right here, but you should be able to withdraw these currencies right here, depending on whether a card is supported or a bank transfer is supported. Just to give a quick look of these, this is a one-click buy, so you can buy with dollars and you can convert it straight into crypto. You can either send in a wire or a SWIFT if you're outside the States for free. You can use the credit card, but it is way more expensive. And you can see some more options here. If we go to fiat deposit, you can see wire and SWIFT. If we go to another currency like the Brazilian real, it's actually supported straight away, very easily, real time, just like a normal transfer. GBP is unsupported right now. Euros is supported with SEPA. Now, if we go to Binance, as you can see, US dollar you can do that via SWIFT. No cards are supported here. And if you go to something like GBP, bank transfers within the UK are supported, and you can use a card as well. Just a note on GBP, most banks in the UK don't support to and from crypto exchanges anyway, so be careful trying to send that because it will probably get rejected. You might need to check the specific details for the currency that you want to use. Also on Bybit, really important to know as well is that if you want to withdraw fiat currency from Bybit, what you're looking at is either Turkish lira or Brazilian real right now. So they don't support US dollar out. Now, they are adding support for more fiat currencies all of the time, but important to know this before putting some currency onto the platform, knowing that you won't be able to take dollars out via a bank transfer right now. They do have peer-to-peer trading, but again, that's another story altogether. So just make sure that they support both in and out for the fiat currency that you want to use. The spot trading systems on both platforms are basically identical in the way that they're used. You can actually change the layout on Binance via the settings. You can, switch around where the boxes are, but you can see TradingView right here, which is the charting software used by Binance. Same for Bybit as well. It's industry standard. Most exchanges will use this. You have your order input methods down here. You have the order book right here. It's a slightly different layout for Bybit, but everything is really the same. So on the left-hand side, you can search for the crypto pairs that you want to trade. Many are supported. You have the TradingView chart in the middle, order book here, and then just enter your orders over on the right hand side. So it's very, very similar, almost no difference whatsoever between them apart from the layout. Both Binance and Bybit do offer margin trading, which is where you trade in the spot market, but you take a loan out against your collateral. Now, you definitely need KYC if you're taking any margin or futures positions on Binance. For Bybit, as of right now, I still believe they have non-KYC margin and futures trading. I believe that will probably change in the near future though. In terms of the interest rates for margin trading, Bybit are a little bit better for Bitcoin and more or less the same for US dollar Tether. So the KYC is definitely needed for Binance, not so right now for Bybit. The futures trading systems on both are absolutely identical. Now they have different market depth and they have different trading fees. So as we can see here, Binance is actually a little bit more expensive than Bybit on the futures side. If you trade under $15 million total volume. So 0.018% if you're a maker, and you pay a little bit more if you're a taker of liquidity. Bybit is cheaper than that at 0.01 as a maker and 0.06 as a taker. Now, if you're trading higher volumes, Binance start to bring that down, but so do Bybit as well. And so I'll just show you the difference here. If you trade $500,000 worth of total volume in 30 days on Binance, you'll be paying around $90 and around $50 for Bybit. So definitely on the futures side, Bybit is a little bit cheaper in terms of those trading fees. What we can see here as well then is the Binance futures trading platform. So again, similar to Bybit, you have TradingView as charting software, and you have all your options in the top right-hand corner in terms of using your margin and leverage. So you can granularly change all of this. You can use cross margin, you can use isolated margin, you can use US dollar tether, or you can use coin like Bitcoin to actually margin your positions. Everything is supported. Binance is absolutely top-notch in terms of that trading system, and Bybit does pretty much exactly the same thing as well. So it's the same layout. You have your margin up here that you can change around. So you can change your cross and isolated margin, how much margin that you want to use right here. You can use either stablecoin, US dollar tether, or Bitcoin or Ethereum to margin a position right there. You have the trading view chart right here as well. So the only difference really is the trading fees, the funding fee as well, which does change slightly. So you can look at that in your own time, and also the market depth. I would say Binance has much better market depth. If you're a big trader and you want a lot more volume, Binance just does way more volume, and so spreads are going to be tighter, market depth is going to be better. But for most retail traders, probably not a big deal. Bybit in this instance does give slightly lower futures trading fees. We'll look at the earn platforms on both of these exchanges. An earn platform is where you put some cryptos up onto the exchange, and essentially those assets get lent out to margin traders who are paying an interest to trade on margin. And so that's how the interest rate is given. Now, there are risks here, of course. Once you lend your assets out to someone, there are extra risks involved. And so it's buyer beware here. Most people would be advised to take self-custody or just not use the earn products, just to not have them tied up in some sort of interest-bearing product, right? But if you are looking for that, we can see that you can have a flexible interest on US dollar tether right here on Binance, and you can see they pay that up to $1,000, and then after that it drops off. That's a flexible product, so you can take that out at any time. Binance also do something called auto invest, which is essentially like a dollar cost averaging robot, and you can just dollar cost average into any crypto. So if we look at Bitcoin here, you can put $100 in once a week. You can choose the day and even the time, and it will just buy that once a week to dollar cost average for you. So that is actually a really great product, I think. Now, Bybit do a similar thing with the Earn platform, where you can see Bybit savings. Again, you get paid a flexible interest rate for US dollar tether up to around 5%, and that's only up to $500, and then it drops off. Binance also have a crypto card that you can use to spend, and so what you can do is transfer your crypto into your payments wallet and then have the Binance card and spend that just like you would any other fiat currency through a Visa card in your country. It's supported in some countries, but not others, although it's going to be rolled out in more countries over the next few years. Bybit do not have a card right now, but I believe one is in the works. And so if you're looking for more retail focused stuff, maybe Binance is for you. In terms of if you're a futures trader and you're more of a professional trader, Bybit do give you those options with cheaper trading fees as well. But both are really great exchanges. I use them both extensively as well. Check the deposit bonuses in the description and some more info down there as well. I'm James with MoneyCG. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.